Hi there. For this video, I thought I'd take a quick look at the race timer. For anyone who's been doing the horse racing in Fairbot, you'll be aware of a timer, a progress bar that appears along the top of the grid here. Now that timer will only appear if you have the market open before the start of the race, or you have it loaded. You have it loaded in the watch list, because Fairbot needs to know the exact point when that race started. If you open the market late, the race timer won't be shown. You'll see here a progress bar that appears, and it tries to represent the full length of the race in terms of time. Now, it can only be an estimate. But while that's going on, you'll see in the middle here that you have a number. Now, that number can represent one of four things: either the time from the start of the race, the time until the estimated finish of the race, or those two things can be expressed in terms of percentage, the percentage of the race since the start, or the percentage of the race that's still left to go. Now, as I say, keep in mind, this is an estimate. So you may find yourself with the race finishing, but the progress bar hasn't reached the end, or alternatively, it has reached the end, but it takes a few seconds for the market to be suspended. So be very careful of doing any trading when the progress bar is sitting around this area, i.e. the last 10%. You'll see there that the market was not quite finished when it got to the end. So just be aware of that. Now, because it's an estimate, that figure or that estimate is based on average times, and they can be found in the tools option tab on this dialog here. So there you have the times, or the average times, for each length of race in the UK. Okay, now those figures, because they're averages, they take account of every single race, every type of race, every going condition. So from race to race, those finishing times will be different. Now over a period of time, those averages may actually change. So you could theoretically go in and change them yourself, although I would like to think, though don't quote me on this, that those will automatically be updated by subsequent updates to Fairbot. But as I say, don't quote me on that. I don't know if that for certain. But you can certainly go in and modify those if you wish. Two other things up here. This option, the smooth option, allows you to give that graduated finish from green through to orangey red at the finish. If you have it switched off, it turns, although you won't see it there until I click on OK, it goes in blocks of green, red, orange, and green, yellow, orange, and red. So you leave that on because it just looks nicer. And then the display option, you can either switch the middle bit off and have none, the elapsed time, the remaining time, elapsed percentage, and the remaining percentage as I explained earlier. Okay, so you can use that to manually guide you in terms of trading and running. But you can also use that mechanism when you've automated something. If we just pull up the strategy editor, I just create a blank strategy. We'll add in a rule. I won't bother telling you what it is, but if you go to the conditions tab and go to the add condition, you'll see there's the race timer, the market race timer. And there you can specify whether you want to look at the remaining time, the elapsed time, elapsed percentage, or remaining percentage. So for example, you may wish to place a bet after 1 minute. So put that as 60 seconds. And then you also might want that bet not to go in after a certain time as well. So you may want to have a certain window at some point in the race. So we'll add that in again, and we can specify that we want elapsed time. So after 60 seconds, we want a window to open, and then perhaps you could have the remaining time is greater than 2 minutes. Oops, 2 minutes. Okay, so what happened there is that's opening up a window when this bet will go in, whatever it is you're doing. It will look at the market 1 minute after the start of the race and up to 2 minutes before the estimated end of the race, and it will then do whatever you've asked it to do based on any other conditions that you specify. Okay, now you can, as you can see there, you can mix the elapsed time and remaining time, or you can mix it with the elapsed percentages or whatever. Just be careful that you don't get yourself mixed up and you find yourself creating a combined condition that doesn't make sense. But that's how you would use that mechanism within automation. Okay, let's just cancel that. That's right. So that's the race timer, and that's how we use it manually. It's configured up here in terms of the actual times, and you can use the market race timer condition to make use of that as part of your automation process. Okay, that's it. Quick introduction to the race timer. Thank you.